Hey everybody, another walk and talk. Wait till this truck go by. So I made a video yesterday. It was just, you know, just all of a sudden I had this on my mind. Had everything to do about so-called conscious community, pro-black, nationalist, the Hotep people and groups, that I've been running into for some years now. And I was saying that nobody's really doing anything in these groups. These people, they're not living up to what they say they're about. Seem like they're just trying to find themselves in somebody else's culture or whatever. But there are things that I would have loved to have added to that video that I'm just gonna add now. So like I said, I was a part of this so-called conscious community for years, probably like 20, seeking them out if I didn't know where they were, rubbing shoulders with people who looked like they could have been a part of them, just so I could be a part of something. So I did run into a few people here and there that, opened up a business. Most of these people were not able to keep these businesses going. Didn't seem to create another one to take its place. And I told you about the young lady that I knew from Detroit, Mama Shu, that was doing the doggone thing. She's one of the people that I had met in this so-called conscious community, and she's always had a little business, her little thing going and stuff like that, which is great, which is what we should do. And she's doing bigger things now. Like I said, look her up. But my thing is, whatever group you are a part, and you call yourself a black person here in America, if this group, I don't care if it's a church, I don't care what type of religious fraternal order it is, I don't care if they're the Moors or the 13 percenters, if they got more than 10 people that are messing with them and building with them, they should have by now built something to first benefit the people in their so-called group or community, then built something to benefit the community overall where they live. Okay, so I would just like to ask these conscious folks, Pan-African Hoteps, and you know what? I'm gonna include the churches. Where is that little small grocery store or that co-op? Where is it? Where is the bank? Where are the schools? I remember there was one brother in Detroit that opened up his own school. Great. All right. But you've been walking this walk and talking this talk since forever. Why y'all didn't get together and pull your resources, say like a certain amount a month, like $25 a month, and buy some land so you can grow your own food? Buy some acres so you could build your small community on. Build some shelter and housing for your people. What are you doing with all these resources, people resources, and money resources that you have had at your disposal, and with our people in the condition that they're in? What have you done? Let's hold these people to task. They want you to be a part of them. So you're going to support them with your time and your body, and you bringing other people and resources to them. They might take up collections. Most of them take up some type of collections. They might have one or two things happening, but it's self-serving. It's nothing that can benefit even eventually the community as a whole, or even this little group that they're in. Okay, so these people are very cliquish. They're very selfish, and from my experience, the love is just not there. It's time for us to form groups that talk about tech and teach people how to stay safe online. Teach your group or encourage them to learn IT and AI. Help them find the resources, or at least, help them, point them the way to some type of academy or something like that where they are teaching this. You can learn a lot of tech online for free. You can do that for free. Get together, pull in your funds after a while, buy some property. There's got to be people around you that you know, and groups that you're affiliated with that are builders and plumbers and electricians. Shoot, build that one place up, sell it for a profit, and then give all the contributors a nice cut. And you don't even have to do nothing but collect maybe $15, $25 a month for so many years, and then you can start rolling. You can move this idea. We can help each other out financially and be more financially independent, because I've been hearing that, and we've been hearing this all our lives. Okay, so people lie. We know the news and the media lie, and they give false stats and all that. Anybody can make up a stat. But I think it's safe to say that when it comes to our people and employment, we're not doing too well. They've always had put us under the bus and the very back of the line. You're the worst in that area. I get it. But there's some credence to this, okay? The last thing that we need to do is trying to feed into our people's mind some type of connection to people or a continent or way of dressing or whatever that is in no way really and truly connected to you. Stop trying to find an identity. Your identity is right in front of you. It ain't never went nowhere. Why are you going all across the world trying to find an identity? And this is where you put most of your energy in. The few people I know from the so-called conscious community, quote unquote, who built, opened up a little store or a little boutique, a lot of them had stuff in there that they were selling from a continent that most people ain't never even been to. You can't even relate to the style. It's not our style. It's pretty, it's lovely, but it's not our style. It's okay, you go into a certain event, you might want to wear it. But that's not our dress. Those are not our clothes, and they're not our people's style. So if you're trying to sell to the community, you're not gonna hardly make no business, if any at all. You have to give them what they're used to and what makes sense. And then you're selling and you're wearing things from other people's culture that they deem to be sacred to them. They wear these, like the kente cloth. They wear that where it comes from for religious and ritualistic ceremonies and stuff like that. Here you go, just walking around with one made like a hat sitting on top of your head. And then you have an ankh around your neck from ancient Egypt. And then you have what's that thing called? I think it's from Senegal, whatever it is. And then you got some jewelry from Ethiopia. And then, Lord have mercy. Nobody on the continent does this. Nobody. I just got to tell you, I've told you this before. You look ridiculous. You are laughing stock to people who know better. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Where is our land that we're buying, okay? So we can feed ourselves. Why are we buying land, period? Why aren't we telling people how to set up the S Corp and all these avenues that help you operate successfully and lawfully as a business or a sole proprietor or whatever? Where are our classes teaching each other that now? I used to be a part of an astrology class, and that's great. Had a lot of fun. There was a lot of people there. I learned a lot. It was fun. Okay, we can do that sometime, but the majority of our efforts and our energy and our funds and yada yada should be directed towards building. All right. We can no longer tell our kids to go to school and get a college degree. They got people in debt for the rest of their lives trying to get a college degree, not a profession, just a degree so you can work in human resources at Target. That's how they tricking you. So you got people in debt. You got people, a lot of our people who have these degrees and can't find a job in the career field that they took these degrees. I mean, I see so many people messed up like this. You got to be careful. It's either a profession, a scientist, an engineer, lawyer, doctor, or it's a trade or a skill or a hobby that you can turn into self-employment and maybe even open a business with. We need to focus on money, finances, and business and being financially independent as much as possible. Got a lot of work to do. And I'm really talking to you, to these people that have been going to church for eons, all your life. Your mama went all her life. Your daddy went, grandma. But when you look at what it is that they have accomplished, even for their own people, it's zero. It's absolutely zero. Don't have nothing to show for it. You've taken in millions of dollars, couple of million dollars in a year. And that's not even counting the billions taken in every year by all these churches combined. And the people, the members, they get poorer and poorer, ain't got no place to stay, can't hardly feed the kids, etc., etc. It's not making any sense. It's not making any sense at all. So I'm a part of a group. We call ourselves a nation. We're building ourselves up. We have bought land in several states, but there is one state, and that was the first state that we bought land in, that we're now getting ready to build. We're dealing with the city about putting a septic tank or a sewer or whatever. You know, you got to do that first, of course. And the chief of the tribe of the nation is very transparent, lets us see where our funds are going and how much we got at any particular time. And she ain't got no big mansion. She ain't rolling around in no Rolls Royce, because her heart is with the people, and we're seeing results. And that's what we have to do. Instead of thinking that voting is going to get us where we need to be and what we want. Who the hell cares? What would it matter for our asses if Kamala or Trump or who the hell ever got into office? How would that affect us in a way that we can incredibly benefit from? Or how would it affect us in a way where, you know, we're going to be of what people are already saying at the bottom of the ladder? You're already at the bottom. You got to focus. Take your focus off of politics, except for the local elections. You know, you got to vote on tax raises and this and whatever, levies and all that, whatever. That's important. But the amount of energy we have put into politics and voting, if we'd have put that into economics, I wouldn't need to make this video, even though we have so many forces that have worked and it's still working against us. We still got to fight them tooth, nail, and claw. But at the same time, we're building what we have and where we can, and becoming independent. Have you noticed that these foreigners that come over here, most of them, especially the Asians, for the most part, they don't be worried about politics so much and voting and whatever. They don't put all that energy there. You look up and they have stores and businesses and companies, Fortune 500 companies, and they feed their community and ours too. We got to work for them. That should make you feel some type of way. It makes me feel some type of way. I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing it all. Let's get busy. Let's form these co-ops and start buying land so we can grow our own food, buying property so we can build housing and decent price shelter for our people. Put into a fund $25 a month and save it, and then open up a couple of businesses. I mean, my goodness, you can't open up a chicken shack in the hood? We love chicken. It's time to do something. It's time to do something. It's been time. It's time to create something, make something for ourselves, using our own finances and creative ability and know-how to do it. We have the resources. We have the people with the mind and the knowledge. We can do it, y'all. Let's get busy. Or you're getting ready to be left behind. There's so many things going on. People, these foreigners, they've been buying bridges and farms and whole community. I heard years ago that the Chinese put in a bid to buy Michigan. You hear me? Buy a whole doggone United States state. That should tell you something. So you think that when it comes down to it, they have to admit that they no longer own, this government no longer owns California, and the people who do can allow whoever they want to stay in California, you think they're going to look out for you and me? Do you think that? Okay. we better start doing something. We should have been started doing something. It's getting ready to get a little, getting ready to get very hard out here, and we can't do it by ourselves. We need group cooperation, group to fall back on, some land to go to, shelter to go to when we need it. Maybe we should make a permanent transition or a temporary transition, and right now we don't have that. So thank y'all for watching this video. Please like, share, and comment. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.